No, we're not alive now.
Uh, oh, it's that Big Brother. Oh, we're live on YouTube. Wow.
Live.
Hello. Wow. Hello,
Hello.
everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, Cassandra.
Hello, Rob.
How have you been?
Very well. How have you been?
Great. Good. Yeah. Have you had a
Great.
good week?
I've had an all right week. It's been a bit rainy. I mean, you're in America, so you wouldn't know this, but it's very
Hmm.
rainy and cold here. So I'm not
Oh, really?
liking that. But aside from that, it's not been bad.
How is wedding planning?
It's not actually stressful. People keep saying to me, "Oh, you must
Oh.
be really stressed. You must be really run off your feet." I'm actually really enjoying this process. I'm just taking it one thing at a time, and I'm just like, "Am I missing something? Am I meant to be doing something that I'm not?" Because I actually am enjoying this process, and I don't
Oh,
think
that's
I
good.
want to be. Yeah.
Well, I
So
suppose it depends. I suppose it depends on what you're doing for the wedding. If you're just getting married, like in a farm or somewhere, and you're having no entertainment or anything like
no,
that,
we
it's
are.
probably
No,
quite.
we're having all the things. We're having 200 guests, so I feel like it should be
Oh,
more stressful than what it is. But we'll see if I miss something on the day, and I'll be like, "Oh, that's why it wasn't stressful. Forgot to book the registrar. Can't even get married. Forgot to book the
oh
venue."
no.
We'll see.
Um, have you got a theme for the wedding?
Um, no, it's. I wanted Hamilton
No.
theme.
Oh, I love Hamilton.
I wanted Hamilton theme, and
That
I
would
think
be
it
great.
would be amazing, and we
That
just
would be
break out in
amazing.
Hamilton songs. I've learned them all, but my
I am
partner,
not throwing away my shot.
yes, yes, but my partner, he loves Hamilton. Listen, I would love, but he does love Hamilton. He
Hmm.
took me to see the musical. However, he said
Oh wow!
it's a bit much to have a Hamilton theme because how many people
I,
are gonna know Hamilton?
yeah,
But
and also
and
like are the tables just going to be named after the founding fathers of America? Like I think it could get a bit confusing. It's like,
it
is this
could,
a Hamilton wedding or is it just a We Love America?
yeah.
We love the birth of America
We love
wedding.
it about America and Hamilton as well. In terms of the storyline and weddings and that, it's not great. I mean, he's unfaithful. He's also in love with her
Oh
sister.
yeah, he goes.
So
Does he get with the sisters?
he writes, flirtatious messages and letters. Not messages because it's from a postman.
Yeah.
Letters to her sister. Spoiler alert, sorry if you haven't watched Hamilton, but this is what happens. And yeah, so it's not a good omen, we didn't feel, for our own wedding to have
Mm-hmm.
a theme of a man that's unfaithful to his wife. So yes, we will not be doing that.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call. It's an amazing musical, though.
It is. It
I
is.
love
Oh,
it.
I love it. Yeah.
So what you're gonna name the? You need like names for the tables, don't you? Or they just gonna be like table one, table
Probably just
two.
table one and table two. I mean, I'll probably think of
Oh,
something fun. Maybe this is the thing that stresses people out the most. Maybe this is it, naming the tables.
yeah. I mean, I would have to have a theme. I just couldn't get married without a theme.
Well, what theme would you have?
Maybe Disney movies. Uh,
Oh, that's
yeah.
fun.
Or literally maybe just the Lion King, like the Lion
Oh,
King.
that's
Yeah,
very good.
yeah, and
That's
like
very good.
like how have you seen the stage production of the Lion King
No.
when they like all the animals come out? Basically, you're watching it, "Ma, Savannah, that song.
Yeah.
They do that, but so you're sitting, you're looking at the front of the stage, but then all the animals, the animals, they come out the back of the they come out the back of the theater and they walk
Okay.
through the aisle. Um, so maybe I could get like the Circle of Life played, but my bride walks out into the she walks down the
That is the best. That's great.
That'd be
We need
great.
to do
And
that.
then I hold the rings up as like Simba,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Do that. That's really great.
But yeah, anyway, everybody, welcome to this, whatever this is, the Salt Live show,
So live
Salt
show.
Salt dating show. Thank you for listening, and yeah, we're still in the early stages of this, but seeing how it goes. But last week was, I really enjoyed last week. I
I
thought
really
last
enjoyed
week
it.
was good.
It was very good.
I think it kind of set us up well for this episode, and yeah, it was very fun. But
It was.
this week, yeah, we're going to talk about a different uh, topic: how important is attraction in
Oh,
Christian dating? Which
oh,
I'm just going to say like very at the start.
right.
That's my. I'm just going to come out as.
And that's it. That's the end of this episode. 6 minutes in, and we're done.
No, but first, Cassandra,
Yes.
I'm going to do some rap. You know how you did the rapid fire questions to
Yes.
me. I'll do. I'm gonna. I've got a few questions.
Okay. I'm nervous.
They don't have to be a rapid answer, but like a prompt answer, I suppose.
Okay.
It doesn't. You don't have to be like Usain Bolt, but
Okay. I
have
can
to.
think
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. But don't take like 20 minutes to think about it.
Okay. So just a
Just
reasonable time answer. That's fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So the first question is: are you a texter or a talker?
Text. Actually, no, to be fair,
Okay.
no. It depends on the person. There's some people that I'm
Okay.
very happy to call, and there's some people I get very nervous and I'm like, and
Really?
I'd rather just send you a message. But I'm learning that calling is actually better. You
Yeah,
don't texting
I,
is
I run
better.
into this problem. I think because I'm definitely I like to call people,
Mm.
and like if I'm dating a girl, I like
Dating a
calling
girl.
them. Dating a
Yeah.
bird. If I'm
Dating
dating an absolute.
a worldly. I'm dating a worldly. Dating a girl.
If I'm dating, yeah, the female specimen, I'm gonna. I like to call. Do you know what I mean? But then
Mm.
I've just had a few issues in the past, like when the girl's like, "Oh, like I want you to text me. Like I feel like we should text every day. Like, do you?" And like, especially like the good morning text. Like for me, I
Mm.
could like go a whole day without texting and then just ring him in the evening.
That I feel like that's okay. I feel like that's okay
Mm.
because we all have lives and you get a bit busy. And are you always going to remember to send a good morning text? Probably not. Um
Yeah, and like you have to try and mix it up. You can't just say good morning. You have to like good morning,
yeah.
beautiful. Good
Yeah.
morning, my queen.
How many words are there to describe someone? Like
Yeah.
what there's only a finite amount and once we've gone through them, what do I do now? Like
Yeah,
so
like do you just want me to recycle the like have a schedule or like just a potluck like I just pick the ones to text you, but like it's kind of
yeah.
hard to keep the enthusiasm up, I think. Um yeah. So I'm and I don't like just getting caught in like a big text loops
Same.
like with people. Yeah.
It can take up
So
a lot of time because if you are working as well,
yeah.
you can't text all day because you are working. Whereas if you save a call for the end of the day, you can talk about your whole day, what
That's what I mean.
happened,
Yeah.
there's things to
Like
talk about, you
yeah,
know?
I want to build anticipation too. Like I want the girl to be like, "Oh, Rob's going to call me tonight. I want to
Oh,
this is good."
yeah.
Just you know what? I'm so excited for that call with Rob tonight.
Yeah. Whereas if you've been messaging all day, she'll be like, oh, him again. I'll be talking to him
Yeah,
all day.
yeah, and like she
So,
knows everything that's going on. Like I have to text her when I'm on the toilet. I have to text her. Like I have to update her. Regular
wow.
updates on everything. Hey, I'm just breathing at the minute. Just took another breath.
Just sneezed.
But then I suppose some people need that uh, closeness. They need that reassurance, don't they?
They do. They do. But I guess you have to be an adult, I guess, with it is the way that I put it. I know this sounds really harsh and I'm
Mm,
so sorry, but you do have to accept that people do have lives and we all
mm,
have things to do. and someone may not text all day long and reply straight away as soon as you are free because they may not be free, and a phone call is
Yeah,
okay.
and I do think like when we didn't have phones, I think marriages were more successful because like you just wouldn't talk to them. You wouldn't talk to the person for the whole day, and then you would
Yeah.
come in and chat. And I do think there's something healthy in that, rather than this world now where everyone has 24/7 access to you and they feel like entitled to you too. It's like,
Yes.
no, I want to. I'm doing my own thing. I can't. I'm not going to reply. It's like another job. It's like another admin job that I've got now.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. So you are you are a texter. Then next question: worst first date location.
Oh, what's the worst? What, my first dates or just in general?
Just in general. Well, you could tell a personal anecdote, Cassandra, if you want, but just a
Nah,
general. What's a
I've never
general
had
bad date?
a bad first date location. I would say, you know what? I actually think the cinema is a really bad first date
That
location
is
because
terrible,
you
awful,
actually can't
complete.
speak to them at all. You just sat there looking
No.
at a screen in the dark. Like, what is that? So what? Why are we here? I just think that's not a great. It's the most common one, but actually, you learn nothing about them other than
No,
what kind of films they make. I feel
cinemas a
like
get out. I think
it's yeah.
weak men go to the cinema on a first date. I think.
Wow. Weak man. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a
Um.
great one.
No. Okay,
No.
cinema. I would say bowling as well.
You think?
Yeah,
Why is that?
because
Why?
um, first you have to wear them shoes, and like
True.
that's just gonna that's not good. That all sex appeal is just gonna leave. Like when you put them
Yeah,
shoes on.
but isn't it fun? Like, oh, look at me in these shoes. Ha ha ha. You
Oh, look
know,
at me! I'm not
look at
attractive
me.
anymore.
Look at me in these unattractive shoes. Ha ha. You know, isn't it not
And
fun?
also, I'm not very good at bowling,
Ah, this
so
now the real reason comes in. This is this is why you can't
it's
bowl.
like yeah, and like I'd feel a pressure. I would just feel too insecure to put the bumpers up, even though I need the bumpers, you know. But
Yeah.
and I'm probably scared she would beat me if I'm honest.
So this
She
is just a
probably
you. This is a you problem. This is your bowling insecurities. Because bowling is actually quite a fun first date, to be honest. Like, it's fun. You can bowl. This is just your insecurities speaking around bowling, and that's
yeah. And
okay.
then also, I've got small hands too, so I'll
Oh.
have like a number six ball. I'll probably have the same ball that she's got.
Oh no. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't go bowling with anyone. Like,
Yeah, no, yeah,
that's
okay,
hilarious.
that's good. Oh, I like this question. You might not answer it. You might not answer it.
Oh,
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good looking do you think you are?
me. I would
Yeah.
say at the moment,
Oh, straight
looking
in,
at my face,
straight
I
answering
would
it straight
say I'm a
away.
solid 6.5. I'd say solid
Oh
6.5.
wow, I would
When
say
I
a
when I
bit.
do my hair and that, I think I could get to a
Uh,
7.5, maybe even an 8. When I
I
really put effort in, but on an average day,
oh,
solid 6.5.
I think 6.5. You're selling yourself a bit short. I think you're more than a six point
Oh,
five.
oh, thanks. I do try
Yeah,
sometimes.
maybe like a 6.6 or six
You
point seven.
know?
No, I think you're comfortably in the seven. You're hitting the
Oh,
seven. You're hitting the sevens, Cassandra. I think.
oh yeah. Look at
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
man. Look
But
at
it's
me.
good. Like, yeah, it's good to like not know that not you specifically, but like when girls say like, "Oh, I'm a 9, I'm a 10." I think
Yeah, I mean, it's also
even if you are a bit of human, like don't pronounce it. I
but
think.
why can we not pronounce it though? What is that? Is it because it's seen as arrogant? Why can we not know that we're
Yeah, I think
human?
so.
Yeah,
If a girl said, "Oh yeah, I'm a 9," I'd be like, "All right." Like, I think it's I think it's way better for the girl to be like, oh, I'm maybe a 4, and she's actually like a 9.
No, but why do we need women to be, thinking that we're the worst when we're not? Sometimes we're nice, sometimes we're
Yeah,
fine. Like,
yeah, no, yeah. There's lots of 9s in the world, but I think if you know it,
mm,
it's a bit of a ego thing. If you know you're good looking, um, I don't know.
it's an
It would just,
interesting.
or maybe I'd feel a bit intimidated. It's like, oh god, she knows she's that
She knows she's
good
beautiful.
looking. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I thought you were gonna say something else. Then go on.
No, I'm waiting for you to ask me. What do you think I am?
Oh, sorry. What? I was thinking, why is he just looking around? What? Did you freeze? What do you think you are?
9.
Love that.
Nah, I think I actually go through phase. It's different for guys, isn't it? It is different for guys, but like physical attractiveness, because well, we'll get into this, I suppose, because like for guys, like attractiveness is not solely dependent on the the physical. I think for women it's
Interesting.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think like looks wise, I'm probably like a 3 or 4.
Wow, don't be so harsh.
No,
Come
but then
on.
there's a caveat to that. But then if you add my personality into it,
Okay.
I'm probably like a 7.2. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You think that's spot on?
I mean, I don't like to judge people's I can only judge myself. But no, I think yeah, man, that sounds about right.
3 for
No,
attractiveness
what do
on
you
the
want me
looks.
to say to this, Ron? What am I supposed to say? What do you want me to say now? Why are you putting me on this spot that I didn't ask to be put on? Gosh,
Oh
just here for a
Lord!
good time. Are you stressing me out? No, I
Oh
mean
God!
three. The thing is, even if no, let me finish. Let me land. Even if someone is a 3, that doesn't mean anything because 3. What does that even mean?
Mm,
Like you were just born
oh,
you, but people are
here we
just
go.
born looking how they look, and so 3 isn't bad, 9
Here
isn't
we go.
good.
This is
It is
yeah.
what it is.
This is a good segue because I mean again, this is probably not the Christian, the party line.
Mm,
I'm probably not towing the party line here by saying
okay.
what all Christians think, but I do think looks like there's some women are better looking than other women.
Some people are just really, really, yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah, some women are more attractive than other women, aren't they?
Physically, um,
Physically,
and
yeah.
some men are more attractive than other men.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. I just think we shouldn't like pretend that doesn't exist. Do you know?
It definitely does exist. It definitely. Some
You
people
can't.
are born beautiful. There are some people that
Mm-hmm.
I look twice at in the. I see some women, and
Mm,
I look at them, and I'm like, man, what a beautiful woman that is. Some people
mm-hmm.
are
Mm-hmm.
just born better looking than other people, and biblically speaking, there's so much reference to people being attractive in the Bible. Rebecca, they said what an attractive
Oh,
woman
is
she
she?
was.
Was she
Yeah,
very
apparently
attractive?
she was very attractive.
Ah,
Songs of Solomon, he talks a lot about, physical attraction and all these different things. So
yeah.
beauty, and the Bible even talks about, not just being outwardly beautiful. So it is a
Mm-hmm.
thing. Some people do have outward beauty, more so than others, and it is what it is.
But like, do you think it's different for guys and girls? Because I'm speaking as a guy,
Mm,
right? The looks is like looks is definitely the first thing that attracts us, and like
Mm.
if the woman is like attractive and there is like a little bit of chemistry, we probably will end up liking the girl. But I think for women, it's different. What do you are you just like? Oh, that guy's so hot. I want to talk to him. Well, how's it work for you guys,
For me
women?
personally, no. Um, I mean, for me, I've never thought that personally. I know that for some women, though, that is a thing, that's a factor. They won't talk to men that they're not physically attracted to, and they won't,
Oh,
they
oh,
just
so for
won't
you,
do that.
it's not a factor for you. You-
For me, no, it's not really been a factor in
Oh,
my. Well, I mean, I say that my now fiance is very attractive, and he is
wow!
the
Come
first man I've ever
on.
been attracted to in a relationship, and I now am like,
What? No
yeah,
way.
yeah, because I didn't
What?
used to think this was a thing. So, um, you know, with him in my adult life, since the age of like 22, 23, yeah, it's been it. But I understand the importance of physical attraction. I have previously in the past been the type to say, "Oh, I don't need to be attracted to my partner. I don't need that at all. Personality is all that matters." But you know, yeah, I think I've now that I found man, I'm like, oh,
Hmm.
actually, this is actually
Yeah.
really great. It's nice to be attracted to somebody.
But
Well, not
are you
nice, but
saying all the relationships that you was in before your fiance, you didn't find them attractive?
physically not so much. It sounds
What?
terrible.
Really?
There wasn't like people that I would look at and think immediately you're really attractive, or people that family and friends have commented and said they're really attractive. My now partner, my fiance, my one of my close friends, she is always saying to me, "Cass, you are punching. He is out of your league," and I've never had that
Wow.
before. So I've never had someone out of my league. What do you mean?
Wow. Okay,
So
that is really interesting. I think as a guy, you kind of think women just have the mindset, the same dating mindset as you.
not
But
really.
if physical attraction wasn't, so what was the thing that attracted you
I
to your
think
previous boyfriends?
I think personality matters.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think women on average, I think women are more attracted to if someone can make them feel safe and loved,
Ah,
and
yeah, that's a good one.
just are we compatible? So I think
Mm.
for a lot of women out there, that would trump, is he physically attractive? If he's not, I
Really?
think so. And maybe I'm just speaking for the women that
Wow.
I know, but I think, a lot of women out there, if a man can provide those things for her, and,
Mm.
you know, and he's not the best looking person on the planet, she'd probably be like, you know what, I can make do because everything
Really?
else is bang on.
Ah.
It's not a, you know, hard line. But I mean, I say that, and
Mm-hmm.
it might not be the same for all women. I just know women that I've spoken to that's been the case.
What? But then, what do you mean by like? Would the women feel more safe if a guy's got bigger muscles?
No, because what's that gonna do? Yeah, you got some muscles, but that doesn't even mean that you can fight. Like you
Ooh.
can't fight just because you got muscle,
Ooh.
but
Yeah.
also like safety, as in not just like physical safety, but emotional safety. That's very attractive.
Mm.
Just making someone feel like,
Mm.
even if you, I don't know, are. I mean, one great thing that my partner does now is if I have like a moment of paranoia or doubt or whatever it may
Mm-hmm.
be, similar to what
Mm.
God does. If we have a moment of doubt,
Ah.
or just freaking out about something, God is there, and he's like, it's cool, I'm gonna love you anyway, like it's fine. You can have your little
Uh.
freak out, it's good, I'm still here. And that is safety. That's why so many people feel safe
Wow.
in God. And it's the same for partners. You have to make them
Wow.
feel safe. you know if I
Mm.
go to him and say, oh, you know are you, I don't know, looking at these girls in the gym, oh, I feel like these girls look better than me, or oh, I feel like,
Ah.
he'd just be like, Cass, just chill out, it's good. Like, and I might think I'm being really
Mm.
crazy, and I'm gonna really put him off, but I haven't yet. So safety, that's what safety is.
Safety. That is beautiful. That is beautifully put, Cassandra.
Thank you very
That's
much.
good. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I suppose the question is, should we ignore physical attraction in Christian dating?
Christian dating. Well,
Christian.
you said we shouldn't, didn't you?
Very
That
early.
was your very early on. 6 minutes out the day, and you said we shouldn't ignore physical attraction.
Well, just speaking from a guy's perspective, I think.
Mm,
But then I've been I've dated people and they've got better looking. It's weird. Like you start like I think when you connect with their personality and you get close to them, they do become more beautiful
mm.
in many ways. And then almost the exterior, the looks don't matter as much. But I think definitely in the first stage, like
Mm.
wow, that the thing that draws us is the looks, I think.
Well, I mean,
And
I think that's the same for most things because we are drawn to beauty. Scientifically speaking, the two things that people are naturally drawn to are danger. If you
oh,
if you see something dangerous from the corner of your eye, you feel like you have to look. And beauty, if you see a really beautiful person or thing like a
mm,
sunset, you just feel like you really want to look at it. You just want to see what that
you
looks
can't. Yeah,
like.
you can't stop
You
looking. Yeah, it's
can't stop
crazy, isn't it?
looking. If you see something really beautiful, you're just
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
wow,
yeah.
look at that. So that
Mm-hmm.
is the two things that we are actually drawn to. So it makes sense to,
Mm.
off the bat, you are drawn to what you would find
But
beautiful.
obviously, I'm not going to marry a girl just on her looks. There's,
No.
I've done that before. No, I haven't.
Oh.
That's
Maybe five times divorce then. I'm still learning.
No. Like yeah, there is so much more I think
Mm.
than looks, but I think looks are a big part. But yeah, I just think you can't ignore it that it's a reality and it does exist.
So are we saying that
So
Christians we shouldn't ignore the fact that physical
well, I think it's
attraction
different for men
exists?
and women because you're saying physical attractiveness doesn't even come into your decision making.
No, it
I can't believe
does.
that.
It does.
Okay.
It does. It does. But I think
So
the
like
bar
yeah,
isn't as high for
what
men.
should I be trying my like going to the gym every day if it's
I
not gonna
think
count for anything?
no, you know what? I think what is attractive is if someone does take care of themselves. So that is a
Mm,
very attractive thing in
mm-hmm.
people. If someone is just looking
Mm,
after themselves, and if you are looking after yourself,
mm-hmm.
naturally you will become the best looking version of you that you can be. If you are in the gym,
Mm-hmm.
you're eating right,
Mm-hmm.
you got a skincare
Mm.
routine, if you've got all that going
I need to
on,
get one.
do
Mm-hmm.
you have one now? Because last
I
week
know.
you
I
said
want to
that you
get one. I
just
want to get one. What
okay.
did I say last week? What
You
did I
said
say
last week that
last
you
week?
just used the same shower gel and
Oh
cream for
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And I was like, wow. Okay. That's what you said.
Well,
So
yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, I do use the same shampoo and the same shower gel. Yeah,
terrible.
I would never mix it up. And I also use the same skin cream. But I need to get better. I want to use it more.
Okay.
I use different aftershaves. I mix that up a little
That's
bit.
good.
Yeah,
So,
but I never really thought having like a very diverse range of showers, gels, and shampoos was. If it
no,
does the
I
job, it
mean,
does the job.
no, like you just need like a cleanse, tone, moisturize, and you sort it, you know?
A
Just
what?
a cleanser
A
that will
cleanser.
that will clear your skin, then you
Okay,
tone your
yeah.
skin with something and then you have a good moisturizer
Isn't
and
that sounds like makeup to me?
no, it's not makeup.
Yeah, that honestly, when you say toner and that just sounds like me putting on makeup.
No, it's not makeup. It's just removing the build up from your skin and making it
Okay.
nice and clear and smooth.
Yeah, and yeah, okay. Well, I can add that into my routine, but if it's not going to make a difference,
No, it does. It
I'm not.
makes
Okay.
again, it's taking I think what is attractive, like I said, is taking care of yourself. I think, if you are just
Mm.
lying around all day, not really looking after yourself, not really caring to look after yourself, I think that
It's
for
unattractive.
it's not, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think for some people it's not attractive. But what is attractive,
Mm-hmm.
even if you are not the best looking person, because again, we are just born, we come out the womb and we just look how we look. We don't have any say. But what you can do with what you've got is try and make it, you know, look the best that it
Yeah.
can. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
most you can
Mm-hmm.
do. And so,
Mm-hmm.
that is drinking water every day, 2 liters of
Mm-hmm.
water, getting in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that you
Mm-hmm.
need to be any particular size, but just health. Health is attractive, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I think maybe it's related to like conscientiousness or competence. Like the fact that
Yes.
someone's, you know how like women like they use salary as, it's not, they're not attracted to the money, but they're attracted to
Mm,
what the skill set, like to earn like 100K you have to be very competent at, at your
mm.
job. And I think the health stuff, looking after yourself, it kind of translate, oh, is this guy conscientious, is he competent or not,
Can
or
he
is he
look
just
after a
lazy?
family?
Yeah, that's it. If he
Because
can't look after himself,
how are
why
you going to
is
look
he going to
after
be?
me?
Yeah,
What if I
yeah,
stop eating one day? What happens
yeah,
when I get pregnant? Are you going to be concerned about how much I'm eating? If you're not even
yeah,
doing that for
yeah,
you, how are you going to do that for
yeah,
us as a
yeah,
family? And
yeah,
people
yeah,
do look
yeah.
after other people more than what they look after themselves, granted. But I think
Mhm,
a good indicator, can be,
mhm,
what do you do with your life, and how
mhm,
are you managing it? Are you just flopping around and, you know, just not really caring
mhm,
about anything,
mhm,
and just
mhm,
so I think health and just looking after you, your spiritual, your mental, your physical, those things are
mm.
attractive.
That is really good. But I think another. Do you think uh, does does the person's relationship with God make them fitter, make them sexier? Does it like I hear that from
Oh,
I do hear that from pastors all the time. It's like, listen, don't worry about the look. Like, what's going to make you the sexiest is this if your relationship with Jesus. That's going to make you the sexiest. It's like, does that actually work? I don't know.
I wouldn't say it's sexy. It's not like a, I don't know. I mean,
No.
I guess it's nice. No, it is an attractive thing. It's just weird to put those two things in the same sentence, but it is
Okay.
an attractive
Attractive.
thing because someone's
Hmm.
someone's relationship with God can again reflect how their relationship with you will go. If someone can submit to God
Oh,
and they are listening to God and they're trying to be like
that
Christ,
is
that is a very good
good.
indicator of how they're going to be in
Cassandra,
your
you got the
relationship.
wisdom, girl. You got
Sometimes
the
I'm smart,
wisdom.
and today is one of those
Yeah.
days.
Yeah. This
So,
is the Cassandra show. I love
this is
it. I love it. You got the
truly,
wisdom.
truly
You're
so.
spitting bars,
I'm just
girl.
saying, just saying.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that's
Mm-hmm.
what it is. That's an attractive thing when someone, because as well, it takes away the scariness. Like if someone is submitting to God and trying to be Christ-like, then the chances are they have, morals, and they have a
Mm-hmm.
conscience, and they
Mm-hmm.
they would, if they were to do something, well, they probably wouldn't do anything like cheat because they're not submitting just to you, but they're submitting to God. But if they do do that, they're
Mm-hmm.
probably going to feel bad and come and tell you. If
Mm-hmm.
all of those things come with having an actual
Yeah.
relationship with
But
God.
also the fact that you can like speak in tongues doesn't like add to your physical
Mm,
attractiveness. That
I
that
wouldn't
also
say
doesn't.
so,
Yeah,
because I think
unfortunately.
speaking in tongues is it's not an indicator of how close you are to God, in my humble opinion.
Oh, that is good.
In
Come
my humble
on.
opinion, it's
Yeah, no,
not.
it's true. I think it's a gift, isn't it? It is a
It's a
gift. So
gift.
like it's not, we definitely confuse the gifts with character. Like I think God loves to give, he's like, he loves to give presents. But
Mm,
then we confuse that, oh, you've got that remote control car, you've got that TV,
mm,
you must have earned that.
yeah,
But I think uh yeah, there's a lot of that in the church, like trying to be flaunting your gifts, like
hundred percent
you did the work to kind of earn them,
to
you know what I
get
mean?
them, and you didn't. We did nothing. Like I went
No.
to a church years ago, and they had titles. So they had evangelist and missionary,
Oh,
deacon,
fivefold.
all these
You
different
had to
things.
call them like missionary Peter or like
Missionary Peter,
apostle,
evangelist Paul, and all these different
apostle,
things.
apostle Tyrone.
Apostle Tyrone, all these different things. And it's hilarious because the missionaries, now missionary traditionally means that you go out and do missionary work. Evangelist is that you're going out doing evangelism. These people
Mm-hmm.
never left the church. But yet, I was made a missionary. I had not been on one missionary, not one mission trip. The only mission trip I had been was to Lidl, and why am I a missionary? Why are you doing that? But yeah, it gave me a status in the church, and I didn't do anything to
Wow,
get that. It was just for status purposes, and it makes you feel good to think that you're a. That's
that
not
is
always the
so good.
case, but I do think it's you can't. That's not something that you should be attracted to because someone has a gifting or someone has a title because
But
you
I feel
know.
like that, like attractiveness in the church, like girls are like attracted to the people, like the worship leader or the pastor or like someone who can like pray out loud. Like, I think status is a part of attraction a little
It
bit.
is. It is. But I think comes from what we do outside of the church, in that, people are attracted to CEOs and
Mhm.
directors
Mhm.
and people with the
Mhm.
most money. And it just filters
Mm.
through to the church as well. So in that,
Mm.
the CEO would be equal to the pastor, the director would be
Mhm.
the worship leader,
Mhm.
so I think we carry it over when actually we probably shouldn't do that because
Mhm.
what does it mean
Okay.
to have those things?
So just to keep on the topic, so should you date a godly person who you find ugly? That was another question
Oh,
I had.
Rob, why are you putting it like that for?
What? 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 That's
Why are you putting it like that for?
should
Oh man. Well, what do you think?
no. Yeah. I don't know. I think I probably sound very like vain on this podcast thing, but I think.
Yes.
Do you think? Do you think I'm vain?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Maybe. Oh, well, here's the other thing that I want to get into. This is the other side of the coin. Okay.
Okay.
Do do people, mainly men, I say,
Mm.
do we have unrealistic expectations of what attractive is?
Yes. I would
Mm.
say so
Mm.
because I think
Mm.
nowadays, women, the bar is just so high, and
Mhm.
it's it's impossible to reach sometimes. We are just women, we're just girls, we're just
Mhm.
average. And I
Mhm.
think men sometimes, they want a woman with a particular body and then a
Mhm.
face and then,
Mhm.
perfect teeth and a particular
Mhm.
hair and eye color and all these different things that, all we can do is what we can do. And it can put so much pressure
Ah.
on women to,
Mm.
so many women go out and get BBLs, they go
Well, that
out
was
and just try
BBLs.
to,
Was that
um,
lip
um,
filler?
no, no,
No.
no. Oh, Rob.
Oh, is it to do with the ass?
Yes, it's Brazilian
Why is
butt
it
lift.
BBL?
A Brazilian butt
Oh,
lift. A BBL. A Brazilian butt lift.
Brazilian. What? The Brazilians have that anyway. Then why is it a Brazilian
Well,
butt
I
lift?
think because Brazilians are meant to have the best derrieres. I
They got
think this
curves.
is what I
They got curves.
assumed it
Yeah.
was,
Okay.
but it can put pressure. Yeah, I think men's expectations can be quite high. But then saying that,
Mm.
sometimes I speak to men, and again, going back to the thing, they say, well, as long as she's taking care of herself and she don't smell, it's all good. But generally, I think men seem to have very high
Well,
expectations for
but also
women.
I do think that is because of just so many men are addicted to porn, and like they
Oh
basically
yeah.
compete. They're basically comparing real life to this other universe that
Mm-hmm.
they're kind of involved in. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I think, yeah, I think porn does do that. It's like it kind of changes your what reality is and changes what your expectations should be. Like everybody wants like an airbrushed or unrealistic woman.
Mm, no, I think so. I think porn has very detrimental effects because everyone on there is very polished and perfect.
Hmm.
But in
Hmm.
real life, we're just not. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think the expectations can be quite high because we can only do what we can do. Whereas I think women, a lot of us, they're not as the bar isn't as high. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
as long as he looks all right, uh, or even sometimes not all right. As long, like I said, as long as it makes me feel safe. I just think the bars
Mm.
seem to be very different. I've heard from a lot of men where they need to
But
be
for
like,
the what's the bar? What's the bar on the provision side of things? Because that I feel that is a big. I feel the pressure for women to be beautiful is the pressure to make money for the man.
hmm, that's interesting. Maybe, maybe it is. But then I think, I mean, I say this, and I've had this conversation before, and people have told me I'm wrong, but I do believe that if a man isn't making as much money, but he can make a woman feel that I'm getting there, like I'm not just lazing around.
There's got
I've got a
yeah, like
plan.
go
I'm on an
yeah,
upward
yeah,
trajectory. And
yeah,
if he's
yeah.
a very good man, I think a lot of women,
Ah,
if they fall in love, they'll be like, "That's cool. I'll help you. I'll help you get there." We want to be that person that
ah,
comes in and is like, I'll hold you down until we get there." So I think a lot of women will give a
wow.
man a chance, whereas I think a man
Ah.
is going to be more cutthroat if a woman doesn't look the way that he wants her to look. I think he'd be
Oh,
more inclined to be like, "Yep,
that's
no, not
yeah.
today.
I don't think the guy is going to be like, "We'll get there, honey."
We'll
If you
get
just go
there.
to the gym, yeah. Like
We'll get
if
there."
you work, if you do, if you're there's an upward trajectory with your beauty. There,
Yeah,
I don't think guys would would do that.
I don't think they would do that at all. So maybe, but then I might be wrong because I think women I've been told of this day and age they're very different and they are very cutthroat and they say if he's not earning a
Mm.
certain amount, I'm not dating him, and that's it. If he's not earning at least what I'm
Mm.
earning, I'm not dating him. I'm not involved. I've heard this as well. So
Mhm.
I think we can both
Mhm.
be as cutthroat as both genders can be very cutthroat when it comes to that.
Mhm.
But should we
Mhm.
be cutthroat? That's the thing. Should we be cutting
I
people
don't.
up
I
because we're not
don't.
physically attracted to them?
I don't mind women like saying I want to date a guy who earns like 80K, but just make sure like you're beautiful enough to like warrant that. That's what I would say. Like, don't be like
Oh,
really, don't be really like
wow.
fat and like ugly, and then
Wow.
say like I want to date someone who earns like 100K. I think because there's both parties are kind of
But
responsible. Is
men
that
can
really bad to say?
control. Terrible. Men can control what they earn to a certain degree. You can go and study
Yeah,
certain things. You can not control it because life is just life.
but
But
can't like
there's
women can control their fatness to a degree, can't they?
but fat. Yes. No, we can. Um, and I mean, again, just a disclaimer: we're not equating fat to being unattractive. It's it's why are you giving her that? It's
I
just
don't know.
it's how we're putting it right now. But women can only control our beauty to a certain level because for one, beauty is
Yeah, yeah,
subjective.
yeah.
We can only, we can be the ideal body fat percentage and in a healthy range, and we can be all of that. But still,
Yeah,
there is a man somewhere that'll be like, yeah, but I don't like her face. What can we do about that?
yeah. No,
Nothing
I
can we do
get
about
that.
that?
I get that. I do get that. But like, just like not every guy's like dream girl is like, you know, 20 stone. And like,
Right,
there's a difference between being like, perfection to like size zero, rather than like actually you are like obese. Like
right,
it's not attractive because it's like unhealthy.
right,
Um, but like women like you can eat less and get less fat. Like
right.
that's a possibility.
Yep.
You know.
This is terrible. What you're saying is absolutely terrible. It's really bad. But what I am going to say is,
Oh, I'm
speaking from
sorry.
the
I'm
side
sorry
of
to
women,
sell. I'm sorry.
speaking
I'm
from the
letting.
side, speaking from, it's too late, Rob, you said it. Speaking from the side of women, right? And I'll be
Okay. Okay.
completely honest with this. When I ended my last relationship, I was an unhealthy size and I was
Really?
yeah, I was
I
about
can't
40,
imagine you being fat.
I was 40% body fat. and that wasn't very healthy. Yeah, I got a
Really?
test done and it wasn't good.
Wow.
And I did have to sit myself down and say, Cass, what type of man do you want to be with? And this is just what
Mm-hmm.
I did. And this is completely, literally just what I did. And I said, I want to be with a man that looks after himself, takes care
Mm-hmm.
of his body. I want to be with a man who's obviously a Christian. I had all these things that I want to be with a man who is like that. And so what I did is I thought, what type of woman would that man want to be with? Who am I? Inside
Mm.
myself, I've always thought I was, of a healthy weight range until I got myself weighed and I realized I was not. And so I thought, right, I need to go back to who I feel like I actually am to
Mm-hmm.
then get the man that I actually want. So I lost a
Mm.
stone.
Wow.
I just started looking after myself. I just
Mm-hmm.
generally just started taking care of my body. I ate better and I met my now fiance. I hadn't lost the stone yet, but he likes women or liked women because now he's with me. He liked women who looked after themselves. He said they don't need
Mm-hmm.
to be a particular size as long as they are looking after their bodies in terms of going
Mm-hmm.
to the gym and whatever. I'm happy with that. So when we met, I was at the start of this weight loss journey. I think I was like a month into it. So I was still quite chunky, but he was
Mm-hmm.
like, how was your relationship with like, just your body and looking after it? And I said, well, I'm on a journey right now. And he said, that's cool. And he helped me on that journey. He went to the gym with me. We trained together. I lost the
Nice.
stone. And so I think as women, we do have to, first and foremost, what do you want to look like? And you have to be
Mm.
really cutthroat and honest with yourself. I knew that I liked myself when I was a particular size. That's just how
Mm.
I preferred me. And you have to
Mm-hmm.
think, what do I need to do to become who I actually want to be? Because this whole body positivity thing, sometimes it can mask what you actually feel about yourself. And people will say, no, you
Yeah,
should be
that's
okay
good.
looking, you should be okay like this. And as a woman, we feel like if I'm not okay, does that mean I'm betraying women? No, you have to block out all of that and say, what do I want to look like? What do I find attractive? What
Mm.
do I want to be like? And then think, how do I get to that thing? Not in terms of just, physical beauty, but just health wise. Just what do I want to look like? What is it? What does the man that I want to be with, what do I feel like he's going to be attracted to? Does it align with what I think for myself? And if it does,
Mm-hmm.
let's get there. And it's a harsh thing to have, conversation to have with yourself, but you have to have it, unfortunately, at some point in life. And now I do feel a lot better. I'm healthier. I'm in a healthy body fat percentage. I'm not tipping
Mm.
the scales of being overweight, which means when I come to have kids, I'm not going to have, hopefully, fingers crossed, not as many issues because they won't be like, well, you need to lose 10 stone now to
Oh,
have kids.
really?
Like, because that happens.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think all this ramble to say, women, is my advice would always be look after yourself, because I do think that men do pay attention to this stuff. And there are some men that need you to be a particular size, and that's their preference. There are some men that just want you to look after yourself. You can be any
Mm.
size, as long as you are on a journey of self love. End of
Mm.
rant.
Amen. Amen. No, that's good. That's very good. Um, yeah, I can't believe that. Wow. I would never have thought like, yeah.
Yeah, I used to
Wow.
just eat a lot of food and not do anything about it.
Yeah.
So
No.
that was
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you what about hygiene? Like would you date a guy who smelled?
No.
Is that like a non-negotiable?
No, because that's
Yeah.
controllable unless you have like depression
Mm.
and you can't do that. If you're just walking around smelling and it's in your control and you've got no type of mental health issue, then why are you
Yeah.
like this? Just please, deodorant isn't expensive.
What about if they like smell a bit when it's hot?
No, because again, it's controllable.
Really?
Just double it up. I use roll on and spray, both ways.
Really?
Yes, because I don't want to smell.
Wow.
So,
Mm-hmm.
would you date a woman who smells?
It's not attractive. It's yeah. It's probably not. It's yeah. It definitely adds a lot to the decision making process.
Okay.
It's a big flag. But I don't know. It, there might be a way that you could get around it, but it would definitely uh, have an impact. I think.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
see. I
Yeah.
see.
Okay. Do you want to hear some facts about attraction?
Go on, yeah.
Got some facts. All right. Um, right. And these are not necessarily like Christian facts. These are like just facts on like attraction that I found. More than one third of people, 38% brackets, are more open to dating someone who is not their physical type, and 28% are less concerned with dating someone that matches the expectations of others. Additionally,
Hmm.
63% are more concerned with emotional maturity than physical looks. Well, and that's for both genders.
Yeah,
Um, that just remind. Do you think there's such thing as a type? That just popped into my head.
I think there is. I
Oh,
think,
really?
yeah, I think there's certain things that you just find more attractive on someone than others. Um, and that is what it
Mm-hmm.
is, you know? But that's interesting though. You see, I do think emotional maturity should really, everyone wants to be attracted to their partner. But I do feel as
Mm,
though if you meet someone and they're not exactly what you want, and you know you can live with it, and you're not going to have a wandering eye, uh, don't write them off. Go for it
mm. But
because
I don't. If when people cheat, I don't think it's that again not Christian, right? I'm just talking like when people cheat, I don't think it is due to like their partner becoming less attractive. There's like an
no,
emotion. There's an emotional thing going on, isn't there?
yeah, no, I think when people cheat, it's definitely something to do with the person. It's not ever hardly ever
Mm,
the other person's
mm,
fault.
mm-hmm,
I think when
mm-hmm,
someone is cheating, they have something going on in them. There's a disconnect somewhere in the
mm-hmm,
relationship, and
mm-hmm,
both people can play a part in it. So, for example, if your partner does stop taking care of themselves and they just stop caring about all that and they become less attractive to you, you have a
mm-hmm.
choice of what you can do in that. You can either leave them, you can talk to them about it, but there's some people choose to cheat, and that's not the right choice. So it's always the
No.
person that's
Period.
cheated.
Period.
Period.
Just
That's
say
it.
at so, and I can speak for all Christians. We have a no
Yes,
cheating policy.
no cheating policy. I think it's just a
Hmm.
very uh, cowardly and selfish decision that
Very.
you've
Oh
made.
God.
You've just
Oh.
chosen to do something where you could. There was so many other choices that you could have
Mhm.
made, and yet
Mhm.
you've made the
Mhm.
one that is going to be the most detrimental to your partner.
Cause I think. Have you ever been cheated on?
Yes,
Oh God. I think you didn't. You say last week. That is.
yes,
Wow.
I have. But it's life. I say that, but
No,
it is life.
Cassandra. No, don't. No. That's nobody deserves that.
No one deserves it. Um,
Hmm.
no one deserves it uh, at all. And like I said, I do feel as though it's the fault of the person
Mhm.
that is doing it. I do think it is. There's something that they need to work out. It's a selfish decision at the end of the day. Um, Something that
Mhm.
shouldn't be
Mhm.
made.
Mhm. Okay. Um. People is another stat. Well, I don't know if this is a stat, but this is a fact, I suppose. People generally prefer an attractive face over an attractive body when they're looking for a
Interesting.
long-term relationship. Do you agree or disagree?
Oh, I used to agree with that. Um, but now I'm not so sure because I think you see, I used to think that people just looked at the face. I thought when people were like, "Oh, they're really beautiful," they were just looking at the face.
Mm,
But actually, over the last few years, what I've
mm-hmm,
learned is that that isn't true. That people are looking at
mm-hmm,
the whole package and they're looking at
mm,
you as a person. And so
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess it's nice to wake up to a nice face. Uh,
Yeah, I think face. Everything comes from the face. Face first, and then if they got like a nice body, great. But like probably wouldn't. Yeah, if they got a really good body but like a really ugly face, I don't. I didn't think I would find them attractive. I think yeah, you can tell a lot about a face. I think
mm,
Faces speak
They do
volumes.
physically speak.
Yeah, and they
They
physically
physically,
speak.
they literally speak. Like, gosh.
Oh, I don't know if we've got enough time for this, but in terms of like women dressing, like what is the difference of women dressing to impress or dressing to tempt? Is there a difference?
Oh, there is definitely a difference, yeah. Because I know when I'm dressing to impress and I know when I'm dressing to tempt.
Oh, have you
Oh,
done that?
yeah.
You felt? Oh, really? You've
Oh,
dressed to
100%.
tempt?
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Because if I'm going on like a nice date with my now boyfriend, for example, fiance, where we were going on dates, I know that I would want to not tempt him, but just let him know that,
Really? You show,
I gotta,
show what's on offer. Yeah.
just a little bit, which I know is not the most Christian thing to do, and I'm really sorry, but this is just, you know, you know,
Mhm.
every
Mhm.
now and again, not everything out, but there's a way to do it.
No.
There's a way to do it
No.
modestly. There's a way to do it where you're not showing
What?
everything, but you still show a
Okay.
bit.
What? There's a
You
way
know,
to like show to give a bit of like leave room for the imagination, but
leave
like
room for
also
the imagine that.
classy.
That yes, that is my
Yeah.
style.
But then
It's
also we shouldn't be imagining it. That's another Christian thing, isn't
we
it?
shouldn't be
The guys.
imagining it, but you know what? I feel like we're gonna do it. Whatever
Anyway.
someone wears, if you like
Yeah.
someone, that's going to happen at some point. Even if
That
they're
probably
wearing,
is going to happen. Like, if you're with someone, you're going to probably imagine, like, what's it like to have sex with them?
you
Do you
probably
think?
will. You
Yeah.
probably will
Like,
at
not
some
just
point.
just from like a curiosity
Just curiosity,
mindset.
because we as people, we are sometimes quite lustful, sometimes
Yeah.
want to imagine things like that. So yeah, I think
But
it's
also, like, yeah, when you're thinking about like the future and marriage, you're like, hang on a minute, like, what would it actually be like to have sex with this person? Diddle-diddle-diddle. Yeah, it'd be alright. It'd be good. Like,
yeah,
you go through that process,
you go through that process. So
not
I
like in
think
a lustful way, but yeah. Anyway.
yeah, it happens, man, it happens. But yeah, I think there is definitely a difference between the two, and I think
Hmm.
when you're doing either one. Well, at least I know anyway. um yeah,
I don't think I've ever like dressed to tempt. I don't think that is that. I
it's
don't think
harder
that's a
for
guy
men, isn't
thing.
it? No,
Yeah,
it's
I
harder
don't
for
think
men
that's a
to do
guy
that.
thing. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we're nearly at the end. I mean, that hour's just kind of flown by.
It has
But
flown
I
by.
suppose if there was a conclusion, um, I think there's a difference in the opinions of the genders. I would say, like as a guy, I would say attractiveness physically is important, very
Mm.
important in the first stage, but then becomes less important. But you would say the women, it's not very important wholesale. It's not important at all.
No, I think it's important when people take care of themselves, but I think it's more
Okay.
important if someone has emotional intelligence. I think we should
S-
always prioritize that
Yeah, I
over the
think
other thing.
yeah. I think the woman's coming from it like, oh, like, can I have not like, oh, I would love to have sex with him, but like, is he conscientious? Is he
Is he conscientious?
taking care? Yeah.
Is he taking care
Okay.
of himself? Can he take care of me? Does he make me feel
Mm.
safe, essentially? And I think we
Mhm.
should
Mhm.
definitely, as people and as Christians, prioritize that. Like, we all know that looks are there, but looks do fade. And in 50 years'
That's what I mean.
time,
Yeah, and
you
like
know,
things can change. Like if you marry a woman and like she has like a health problem, or something, and she puts on loads of weight, what you gonna
what
leave
you're gonna
because
exactly, you can't
like
base it on that at all.
ultimately, I think attractiveness isn't. There is more to it
There's
physically.
more
There's
to
more,
it.
you know,
There's more
over
to
the
it.
long term. It has to be. It has to be
No,
because
there is. There
yeah, I
is.
suppose that is the conclusion. Okay. All right. Well, thanks again, Cassandra. It's
Thank you.
been great. I had a good time. And
Definitely.
yeah, have a good week.
Have a good week, yeah.
And yeah, you got anything coming up or anything interesting?
No, but I baked some cookies an hour ago, so I'm gonna see
Oh,
what that tastes
really?
like.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Good.
We'll
Okay.
see. So nice.
Brilliant. Well, that's it from us. Whatever the Salt Live show podcast, the Christian dating show. Thank you for watching, listening, if we did have any listeners. And yeah, no. Oh, there we go. Brilliant. Amen. See you guys.